250 years of slavery, 100 years of Jim Crow, sharecropping, the Ku Klux Klan, lynchings, bombings, mass incarceration, the separation and destruction of the black family. All of that has had an effect on our mind. Our mind needs to be decolonized. We today are experiencing mental slavery, not physical slavery as once our ancestors had to endure. In my book, 7 Steps to Decolonize the Mind, we take you through every step to start releasing the chains that's on your mind. He or she who controls the mind controls the person. It is in the vested interest of the white supremacist system to keep your mind bogged down in a mental slavery, throwing entertainment, throwing drugs, throwing alcohol, anything they can at you to keep you bogged down. You got to free yourself from mental slavery by purchasing our book, 7 Steps to Decolonize the Mind, today on Amazon. Make sure you share it with your family, share it with your friends. Everyone can benefit from decolonizing the mind, because once your mind is decolonized, you will never be put to sleep again.
Grand Rising, salutations. I'm Dr. Jamille Harrell-Sims, and I'm a proud contributor to the African Diaspora News Network. Make sure you click that like button, subscribe, and hit the bell so that you can be notified every time we go online. Today's subject is a quite daunting one, but before I get started, I want to give a brief history lesson about gynecology. So gynecology, the study of gynecology and the creation of it began in the 1800s. I'm not talking about what our ancient ancestors did long ago. I'm talking about in this country. There was a doctor, his name was Jamille Harrell-Sims, and what he did was he wanted to study the human body, and particularly women's bodies and the reproductive system. So without informed consent, he took some of our enslaved women, human beings who happened to be women, and he conducted experiments on them without anesthesia. Many of them died. He did hysterectomies. He did so many different things. And granted, on the flip side, today we have gynecology, and the study of gynecology and the profession of it has saved a lot of women's lives. However, on the flip side is we have to look at how this began. See, we are always the guinea pigs for everyone. We're the guinea pigs. So I'm saying that to say this. Our distrust of the medical profession isn't just because of Tuskegee. It's because there were so many different experiments and so many things done to us as if we were not human, we did not feel pain. And even today, we have sisters dying in childbirth because doctors and nurses don't want to listen to them when they're telling you something is wrong with the body. So let me get on to the story. So we have a couple in Los Angeles, Kayla Love and her king, Kari Jones, and Kayla went into labor at home. Now, a lot of sisters now are getting doulas to deliver their children. They want a home birth because that way they can control the environment. It's natural. And again, there's lots of reasons why we don't trust modern medicine. And so she goes into labor. She has an emergency birth. The ambulance comes. They take her to County USC. We call it County General. County USC Medical Center. Baby's fine. But then the doctors want to take blood from the child. And the parents said no. They'd rather the blood be drawn and the rest of the physical be done by their primary care doctor, someone that they trust. So I'll tell you what. Let's look at the clip.
Love and Kahari Jones are thrilled about their daughter, Fari Love Jones, born at home on June 27th.
I started feeling pain at 9 o'clock. She was here by 9:15. So it wasn't time for a doula, midwife, or anybody to get there.
We had an emergency birth. You know, we wanted a home birth, but we still was trying to figure out what we really wanted to do.
Since Kayla had complications, paramedics were called. The couple says paramedics declared the baby healthy and rushed everyone to County USC Medical Center. That's where the couple declined to let doctors draw the baby's blood.
We say No, we prefer for our child to be seen by a private physician. We do not want your services. We deserve that right to deny.
The couple says that's when things took a hostile turn and doctors asked if Kayla had hepatitis. And a social worker and LAPD asked about domestic abuse in the home.
And the officer was like, as a mother, she was like, don't you care about your daughter? Don't you want to answer these questions and get this over with?
Kayla opted to discharge early and go home with her family. That night, the couple says the social worker walked in with police.
I just want to make sure that you stay safe, man.
That's the voice of a concerned neighbor who filmed the LAPD detaining Kahari.
Between 10 to 15 officers came up in our home, pointing guns at me while I'm holding the baby, and over a health and wellness check, what they claim to be.
LA County USC Medical Center issued this statement. When there are concerns about the health and welfare of a minor, our medical staff have obligations to report such matters to appropriate social welfare authorities so they can investigate the safety of the home environment. The couple and their state senator dispute such concerns.
USC is in my district, and so I am expecting a call from them. And LAPD obviously serves my district, and I am expecting a call from them.
This is predatory. They are just going for people that they feel like they can be a victim, and they didn't know who they was dealing with. We're not letting that slide.
So as you can see, they made their decision. They had a right to. I mean, it's your child. You gave birth at home. I think you have a right to decide who's going to touch your child and run tests on your child, especially today in these racial, it's always been racial, but today it's way out there. It's very blatant. So how would you like to give birth to your child and come home and you as a father holding your child and you are surrounded by 15 police pointing guns at you holding your newborn child? They don't happen to nobody else but us. 10 to 15 LAPD race soldiers pointing guns at you because a social worker said you didn't want to have that doctor draw blood. And then where did the domestic violence come in? All of a sudden, you have to make up some type of lie so that you can get into their house. Domestic violence, asking if you have, TB or something to that effect. So, of course, California State Senator of the 30th District, Sidney Kamlager, gets involved. And absolutely, a lawsuit is definitely in order. Definitely in order. In Cali, we have more doulas. We're getting more doulas. I mean, this is something natural. Women have been giving birth since, the Most High put the first man and woman on the earth. They didn't have hospitals. They didn't have doctors drawing blood. They gave birth naturally. I don't know if you realize this, but, we're told to give birth laying down. And that's a very hard, because everywhere else in the world, they give birth standing up. They're squatting because they let the gravity help pull the child down. So then you have your water births. Well, the child's in water the whole time. The gravity, the child is being born into the water. There's different ways to do this. Well, we never get those options. We don't get the holistic options that everyone else gets. We don't get the herbalists. We don't get all the foot baths and sound baths and all these other things. I may not agree with some of the things that are out there, but at the same time, we have never given any options. We're just have the baby at the county general hospital, take the baby home, and deal with it that way. But finally, you have a couple that wants to do it natural, and this is what they end up with. That child, if they don't own a home, they're about to own it and some property, and the child's going to have their education paid for, should the child want that. They're about to have land. Sister and brother, exercise your rights and take it all the way. They're going to learn today. They're going to learn today. So, that's a travesty. Let me know what you think in the comments. I can't even imagine after giving birth, and I have children, I can't imagine somebody doing that to me. You know, coming home with your baby, you're excited. You know, you get this new bundle of joy, and here come all these guns. Man, oh man. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. See, y'all gonna make me cuss. All right. Hetepu, peace, hotep, shalom.
If you are over the age of 35, stop everything you're doing right now. After a lifetime of eating fatty foods, you may run the risks of a stroke or heart attack due to plaque buildup in your veins and arteries. To learn how you can reduce your risks, visit youthfountainlab.com or call 1-800-853-7856 today. This may be a life-changing call for you or someone you love. Thank you, and we hope to hear from you.
Hello, everyone. Please make sure you subscribe to the African Diaspora News Channel app on these platforms.